Great. So now we're going to take a look at how you can pull in traffic data into a Google spreadsheet and compare competitors. We're going to start with looking at ESPN.com and using a tool called Alexa, which basically gives you the traffic rank, global traffic rank, all of this really interesting data that you can use to see how much traffic are my competitors getting. How much traffic does this site get compared to this one? So let's pretend that we are starting with ESPN.com. So we're going to make a column. I'm going to show you how to do this with formulas. We're going to take columns where let's list a couple different sports-related websites and compare their traffic. So we'll use ESPN.com, Grantland.com, what's another one? Bleacher Report is another one. So there's Grantland, Bleacher Report, and we'll start there. Great. Now we have three URLs, and we are going to say, let's start with ESPN. So we'll go to alexa.com, and we're going to use ImportXML to see what kind of data is present on the site. So for this, we're going to use ImportXML, say the URL. So we want to pull this bit of information, this 81, which is the global traffic rank, into our spreadsheet. So before we even start that, global traffic rank, import XML. The URL is the one that we just pulled from Alexa because that's the one that we want to scrape. And then let's see. So we know that the global rank is 81. So let's find 81. And we see, okay, here we go. If you can see this, we have this bit of data, the 81 is what we want to find, and it's nestled between two strong tags. Now, what would happen if we were to say, using XPath notation, which is //strong. Sorry, we forgot our quotation marks. /strong. What would happen when I hit enter here? Now, if you remember from the Wikipedia example, what's happening, what ImportXML is doing, when we pass it a URL, it's going to give us return the content between every pair of strong tags, in this case, on ESPN.com. Sorry, on Alexa's search result returned for ESPN.com. So let's see what happens. Boom. So as you can see, it returned a bunch of this data. So global traffic rank. Where is global traffic rank? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Global rank. So you can see that is something that got pulled in. Alexa traffic ranks updated daily, and there is the bit of information that we want. That's that 81 that you can see is between this strong tag and this one. All right, so now that we have that, how do we get rid of all this other information besides the 81? What we're going to do is we're going to edit the import XML. This is our column heading. I'll add another row just so we don't get confused there. So what we're going to do is we're going to modify our XPath. So rather than saying return everything that's between the two strong tags, or return all content between strong tags, let's return all content between strong tags that also meets this class specification. So what you're going to do here is the notation for doing this is just after doing the //strong, you're going to do bracket, type @class, the @ class, and then say that class is going to equal, so we want this class to equal this. Great. Now be sure to put this in single parentheses. And then we will close it out with a bracket. We should be good. Perfect. So now what you can see is rather than giving us everything, this is just returning the 81. So what we can do here is, what this is saying, because we're getting other data, is the first thing that it's returning is the 81 because that is the first class that fits this criteria. Now if we type this in, yep, so we have this here. So the first time that this class appears is right here. The second time it appears is right here, metrics data align v middle. And then it should happen a couple more times, yep, down here. And you can see all of this data, the 23, the 33.30, all of this is also getting returned via ImportXML. So now what we can do is we can chop off the last 5 rows of this, and we should have a formula that we can cut and drag down in order to see and compare the traffic ranks of these 3 different websites. Now, before I do that, we're going to have to make this reference these cells over here. So rather than typing in the URL, let's replace this with A4. Okay. So the problem here is that in the last part, we're pulling data from the Alexa site for espn.go.com. So what we actually need to do, since this isn't working, is we need to add another column. So let's stretch out this column. We'll stretch this out as well. And we'll just copy the URL structure that alexa.com uses. So in this case, alexa.com/siteinfo/espn.go.com. Now if we copy this down and replace it with this, we can do it via formula. I'm just going to do this since it's a little bit easier, just given that there's only 3 sites we're comparing. We're going to change this one to bleacherreport.com. Let's try changing this to B4 and see what happens. There we go. Perfect. Now if we want to do this for, let's copy this formula over here. Oops. Let's copy this formula over here. And we can see rather than C4, what we actually want is B5. And make this a lot smaller. And then let's do the same thing. Make this B6. Great. So what we can see from this is that Bleacher Report is the second highest ranked, has the second greatest amount of traffic, 298th most visited site in the world. ESPN is first with 81, and Grantland.com is last out of these 3 sites with 1,500, ranked 1,524th most popular site in the world. And we're getting all of this information via XPath.